This story about the exorcism of a demon-possessed person within a place of worship makes me feel very uncomfortable. I simply don't believe in the devil and all his minions, and I don't like to talk about it, and I don't like to pay attention to it and give it energy. I certainly don't want to sing about it. I don't believe in it because believing is to hold and cherish and learn about something with love and curiosity and compassion. I believe in God, who is holy mystery and holy love, as the United Church of Canada says in our Song of Faith. This doesn't mean that I deny the reality of evil in our world. And our call as followers of Jesus to resist evil. It also doesn't mean that I deny the reality of human beings becoming possessed by the many evils that abound in our world today. Martin Luther King Jr. called them the triplets of evil: racism, materialism, and militarism. And I would add a fourth: sexism. It's what got Martin Luther King Jr. killed, and let's face it, it's what got Jesus killed. Here, right at the beginning of Mark's Gospel about Jesus and the good news of God, we see Jesus saying things that were very disturbing to the powers that be, and Mark is very clear. Jesus spoke with powerful authority. Because this is our gospel reading today, it might be time to say something about demons, not to repeat what was said in medieval times or quote what various reformers said a few hundred years ago, but to ponder what it might mean for us today. What are we to do with this story at the very beginning of Mark's Gospel? Maybe it is time to gather around this account of an unclean spirit in the place of worship and interpret it in a way that is faithful. What if the stories about demons aren't ultimately about demons? After all, the Gospels did not seek to set out to answer the question, what are demons? Demons were simply an ancient way of picturing opposition to God. Jesus' exorcisms, including this one in the first chapter of Mark, are primarily about kingdom authority, about how this Spirit of God filled Holy One that we know as Jesus took on the forces of evil in his world that were opposed to God's way, opposed to the new creation spoken about by the prophets. Perhaps the demon-possessed man of our story represents the status quo, lashing out at the redemption and restoration talk of this Jesus, who looks at the evil right at inside its hostile eye and exposes it. It spoke on behalf of them, the principalities and the powers, who didn't want to lose their hold on the hearts and imaginations of the people. Friends, let's forget how we understand it or don't understand it for a moment. We can all agree that according to Mark, Jesus understood this interaction with an evil spirit as part of what he had been anointed by God's Spirit to do, to set at liberty those who were oppressed, to release the chains of those who were possessed by evil. When Jesus responded to the unclean spirit, throughout Mark's Gospel, they cried out in his presence. Mark is betting, or at least hoping, that you and I are going to be taken aback. Who is this that even the demons recognize? Could it be that the evil power that controls our daily life is being brought out of where it has been comfortably hiding for so long and being exposed for what it is? Those are the questions Mark is hoping that we will ask, and he's helping us to answer. Who is this? What time is it? Could this be the Holy One of God? Is this the dawn of a new age? Even the demons see it, which is good news. That assures us that Jesus came to do more than help a few of us get saved and find right religion. Jesus came to reclaim for God what is God's own, to touch all of the things that seem beyond our reach or broken beyond repair. Good news, because if we can take this story seriously, the story of evil unsuccessfully telling Jesus to mind his own business, we will not be deterred when evil tries to tell us that our proper place as Christians is within the four walls of a sanctuary, not in the marketplace or political arena. Perhaps it's time to tell the stories of Jesus whom the unclean spirits obeyed and follow where Jesus leads us, right into the age to come. Jesus taught us to pray, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Amen. May it be so.